How's it going, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maddison Hill, and yes, it's time for another Pop Off with Maddison. For today's Pop Off, I'm going to be talking about, Lord help me, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. Now, obviously, you guys know these two have been in the news a lot lately, but for this video specifically, I want to focus on this new report from Hollywood Life where a source is giving us insight into how Kim Kardashian is feeling in the midst of everything that's going on with Kanye West and the recent comments that he's been making. We've learned that Kim Kardashian apparently wants to try to distance herself from Kanye right now, which obviously isn't that too surprising. And also, speaking of Kanye West, you guys, last night he attended the premiere of Candace Owens' new documentary, and he was photographed with her and Ray J at the same time. So obviously people are going off about this. They feel like this is confirmation that both Ray J, Kanye, and Candace are all conspiring to try to expose Kim Kardashian. So we're also going to get into that. So clearly you can see there's a lot that we're going to get into. There's a lot that we need to discuss, but I also wanted to make it clear exactly what we're going to be focusing on in this video, so that way if people get a little crazy in the comments, we can always circle back and say, hey, remember this is what we said at the beginning, what we're going to be talking about. And speaking of the comments, you guys, I just want to take this time to remind everyone that here in the House of Hill, this is a respectful and positive place. We absolutely can disagree with one another. In fact, I feel like that's normal. It's normal to disagree, but I just ask that if you do disagree with me or with somebody else in the comments, please do so respectfully. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, because this is the first pop-off of the week, you know I have to do a quick check-in and see how the House of Hill is doing. So let me know how you are, what you've been up to, all of that good stuff down below. Me personally, I just got back from the East Coast a couple days ago, so I'm still a little messed up on all my times. Like, I was jet lagged there, but then I came back and I felt like I was still on East Coast time. It's just been an absolute mess, but I had the best time. Spent some time in the city, in Manhattan, and then I went to Montauk for the first time, which I've never been to Montauk, but I'm absolutely obsessed. I was there celebrating one of my best friend's 30th birthdays, and we just had so much fun. We ate way too much, definitely indulged in some beverages, spent way too much as one does on vacation, but honestly, it was so much fun and it was so needed, and I'm so happy that I was able to make that trip work. But enough about me, because I know you guys are like, Maddison, let's get to this Kim and Kanye tea, and I don't blame you at all. So go ahead and drop this time code down there in the comments to help out your fellow straight to the tea people. And now let's get to unwrapping these Kim and Kanye facts. All right, so as you guys know, Kanye West has been in the headlines a lot this week. He's just been in the center of an absolute media storm. And because of all of the things that Kanye West has been saying, both in interviews and on social media, specifically and especially his anti-Semitic comments, we now have this report from Hollywood Life that's giving us a little insight into how Kim Kardashian is feeling with Kanye going through all of this. This Hollywood Life source started off saying that Kim thinks Kanye is, quote, completely out of line right now, and that she's concerned with how his recent comments will affect their kids. The source specifically said, quote, he's not only hurt himself, but she worries he's hurting his kids with this stuff. No matter what, she would never keep their kids from him, but she just wishes he would start making better choices and respond instead of reacting to situations. Now, in addition to that, a second source mentioned that Kim has done her best to keep the kids, quote, unaware of what's going on. But North does have a phone, so obviously she's able to get on the internet, and whenever she does get on the internet, she's seeing things about her dad, she's seeing people talk about her dad, and the source went on to say that, quote, Kim dreads the day when they come to her asking about these things. Now back to that first source. This first source went ahead and continued to give more insight into how Kim feels personally about everything with Kanye lately, their kids aside, and this source said that Kim just wants to, quote, distance herself as much as humanly possible from all of this drama surrounding Kanye. And then this source went on to say that Kim has told Kanye she wants, quote, nothing to do with him when he acts like this. However, Kanye is reportedly not appearing like he cares. So Kim's trying to say, hey, I can't have anything to do with you when you're acting like this. Kanye is not giving an F. And ultimately, the source said that Kim knows she can never fully cut Kanye out of her life because, hello, he is the father of her children. But she also can't support a man who has made so many horrific comments. Now, in addition to that report, we do have a little more info on Kanye West. Like I said, last night, Kanye West was seen attending the premiere of Candace Owens' new documentary, and he was photographed on the red carpet with Candace and Ray J. So obviously this is just giving more fuel to that conspiracy theory fire that Candace, Kanye, and Ray J are all conspiring to try to expose Kim Kardashian. Now, in addition to that photo, we also have this new report from TMZ that's giving us more insight into Candace Owens and Kanye West's relationship. Now, essentially, you guys, a source who sounds like it's somebody who was in Kanye's circle but has slowly been ousted. This source source spoke to TMZ and said that Candace Owens is acting as Kanye's, quote, chief advisor. And what they mean by that is that she's reaching out to people on his behalf, she's setting up calls for him, meetings, etc. This source then went on to say that many close to Kanye have distanced themselves from him after his recent comments, which isn't too surprising. The source went on to say that those people who have distanced themselves believe that he is in a bad space mentally and that anyone who is not encouraging him to get help is coming from the wrong place. Now, it did sound like that was directed at Candace Owens. It sounds like she's more encouraging him to continue this behavior as opposed to encouraging him to get help. That's just what I was picking up from this report. This TMZ insider went on to say that they believe Candace is going to, quote, run Kanye into the ground. Now, in addition to that, this report goes on to say that another reason why people think Candace is in Kanye's ear is because now he is not on good terms with Kim. As we just discussed, Kim is also trying to distance herself from all of Kanye's words and drama. And previously, they had reached several compromises when it came to co-parenting. So now people are thinking that this sudden huge rift between Kim and Kanye is also a little bit of Candace's doing. And then as far as Kanye's recent comments, the source's final thoughts and info on the situation was, quote, Kanye cannot get out of his own damn way, which is the root of every issue, both personally and professionally. Okay, so obviously that was so much information, and obviously I have thoughts on all of this. And because we are discussing some serious matters, you know, usually when it comes to Kanye West, it's normally a serious matter. I'm not going to pop any champs. I just don't feel like it's appropriate. So instead, we're going to make this pop-off official by hydrating. Yes, I was influenced. I have the Stanley mug, but we're going to hydrate and wish positive vibes to everyone in the House of Hill. Okay, you guys, so if I can be completely honest with you, I am always very, very nervous to talk about Kanye on the internet. And yes, I mean the internet, because I feel like here in our community, here in the House of Hill, we can talk about anything and everything. Obviously, I've talked to you guys about my personal life. I truly feel like we are friends and family. And obviously, you can disagree with your friends and family, but you disagree, you do so respectfully, and then you move on, and then the next day, I'm sure you're agreeing on whatever you're talking about. And I really feel like that's what we do here in the House of Hill. I really do feel like we are friends and family. But when these videos are posted on the internet, obviously that opens it up to people outside of the House of Hill and outside of our community. And that's where I get nervous, because I really feel like I can never say the right thing when it comes to Kanye West. If I say anything negative about Kanye, then people come for me and are like, oh my gosh, it's because you're obsessed with the Kardashians. You don't think the Kardashians are bad people. You're an idiot for thinking the Kardashians aren't conniving. I can't believe that you're not trying to expose Kim Kardashian. Like, people just go for the freaking jugular in that sense. But then if I say anything positive or empathetic towards Kanye West, well, then I'm condoning what he says. I'm okay with him using mental illness as an excuse, even though anyone who follows me or knows me or has been subscribed to me for a while knows that 1,000% never in a million, billion, quadrillion years would I ever condone any violence or hate speech towards anyone. I never would. So I just always am so nervous to talk about Kanye West, but at the end of the day, it's my job, and we discuss celebrity tea extensively here on this channel, so it would be weird if I didn't bring up Kanye West this week after all of the headlines that he's been in recently. And here's what I will say about Kanye. Honestly, deep down in my heart of hearts, I want to believe that Kanye West does not mean any malice or hate towards anyone. In fact, TMZ caught him leaving that Candace Owens premiere, and they were like, do you wish violence towards Jewish people? Do you wish violence towards anyone? And he said no. However, where I think Kanye West has a disconnect and what I don't think he understands is that his words really, really matter. And that even though he himself is not going to act on this violence and he himself does not wish violence on those people, what he's doing when he tweets something like that is giving permission to those people who have hate in their heart, who want to have violence towards other people. He is giving those people permission to act on that on his behalf. And that is what I do not think Kanye West understands. And that's honestly what scares the freaking crap out of me. There are people who are very isolated. They're consuming all of these things. They're seeing all these things. They're seeing Kanye West say these things on social media. And there are people out there who think, you know what? I'm going to act on Kanye's behalf. I'm going to go and do what Kanye West is saying. That's what scares me. And that's what I think Kanye West doesn't understand. He thinks, oh, I'm just tweeting this. I don't don't know why everyone's taking this so seriously. It's just me trying to share my opinion. It's just me going against the grain. That might be what you're doing, Kanye, but what you don't also realize you're doing is that you are giving permission for some people to act on that violence, and that is where a lot of the concern is coming from. I'm just saying, I don't think he understands the gravity of his words, which is so problematic, and it honestly sickens me that there is half the internet who is applauding Kanye West for what he says. That is disgusting. I cannot wrap my mind around it. It's all horrible. It's all horrible. So what I'm trying to say here, and I'm sorry, I feel like I definitely just went off on a tangent. The upper lip sweat is definitely happening. But I do believe that Hollywood Life report. I believe that Kim is concerned for their kids. I believe that she has every right to be concerned for her kids. And I totally understand her wanting to distance herself from Kanye, but her being in a really hard position because she can distance herself all she wants, but she can never cut ties with him completely because at the end of the day, he is the father of her children. Now, as far as the whole Candace Owens, Ray J, Kanye situation, do I believe that they're all conspiring to try to expose Kim Kardashian and try to ruin her reputation and try to definitely let people know what this other side of Kim Kardashian is? Definitely. I actually do think that they're all trying to work together to expose Kim Kardashian. I feel like Kanye West at one point was not on the team of wanting to expose Kim, but slowly he's been influenced by Candace Owens, Ray J, and other people in his circle to want to expose her. And so I do think that they are all three kind of working together. Personally, I feel like this photo was just a little bit of a warning sign that more things are going to be coming. And to be honest, I totally understand why Kanye and Ray J would have bad blood towards Kim Kardashian. I totally understand why they would want to expose her and bring her down. I don't really understand Candace Owens' motivations here, other than the fact I just know she hates the Kardashians. She's made that abundantly clear on social media that she does not think highly of them. But other than that, I don't really understand her personal motivations for wanting to expose Kim Kardashian. Me personally, I don't trust anyone in the political arena. If you are attached to politics at all, I don't trust you, because I think anyone who is in politics is worried about themselves. They're worried about their own gains, their own reputations. They might make you think like they care about you and that they're also worried about you and your well-being, but they're not. I just don't trust any politicians, and to me, Candace Owens is a politician because I do believe her ultimate goals are to get in politics in this country. So I will say I don't trust her. It has nothing to do with agreeing with her beliefs or disagreeing with her beliefs. I just personally don't trust anyone who is involved in politics, and I think it is a very slippery slope for Kanye to let her into his inner circle, because I do see her as a very yes person, and I think right now Kanye does not need another yes person around. He needs a no person around, because it feels like all of his no people are definitely separating themselves, or he's kicking them out of the circle altogether. So I do find his friendship with Candace Owens questionable. But at the end of the day, you guys, Kanye West is a grown man. Whoever he lets into his circle is who he lets into his circle. And you know what? He deserves to deal with the consequences that come of who he lets in the circle and the words that come out of his mouth. And I do hope that Kanye West does receive some of the consequences of his actions and his words soon, because I really don't feel like he's really getting any consequences other than just some of the media and part of the internet being upset at him. But I do also want to say I think more is going to happen with him, Ray J, Kim, and I guess now Candace Owens. I don't, again, understand why she is even in this freaking mix, but she is. And I don't know. I feel like something bad's gonna happen. I feel like things are going to get worse, and that is terrifying. And it also gives me upper lip sweat, because that means that I'm also gonna have to sit here and continue to talk about it. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop myself there, you guys, because I wanna hear all of your thoughts and feels on this Kim and Kanye news that we discussed in this video. Let me know down below. While you guys are at it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget that notification bell. For more content, make sure you guys follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. And of course, don't forget to keep coming back here to check out my YouTube shorts. If you guys want to show me a little extra love, or you just want to make sure I see your comment, don't forget to hit that super thanks button down below. And know you guys can also check out all of my merch over at my merch store at houseofhill.com. And on that note, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.